Hi, I'm Trinity, and I'm gonna tell the story about the time in my life where I identified as transgender. There was a period of my life where I explored this. I went down this road. It was back in 2011 during this is in the middle of my spiritual death delusional, it's where I lost my marbles. And there's more details of the full delusional stories. There's like a whole 3-part thing I did months ago. And yeah, just write me off as super crazy. That's just fine with me. I so back then, I was going to a wellness center where they had, like mental health classes. They had all kinds of, things for people to do to help themselves. It was a wellness center. So they had, I don't know which class this was because I went to several of them. And at that time, I think I was really disruptive and I wasn't aware of it. I mean, I guess on some level I was. I don't know. It's very confusing. But I was in a weird place, put it that way, because I didn't know who I was, because I felt that I didn't really matter unless I was in a relationship. Like, I didn't know who I was unless I was in relation to others. And that was difficult for me because I really needed to have that relationship. And I couldn't let the fantasy go of the romantic relationship. And so that took me to some very, very dark places in my life. And so I'm in this class where there was this writing assignment where we're supposed to write. And I had written the writing assignment that we had to read to the whole group. And I had written it in from the male perspective, and I was calling myself Kevin. Okay, this is where the name Kevin came from. My mother wanted to get an easy phone number from the phone company, and they charged like $10 for that. And she just said, "Oh, I have a son, Kevin, and he has some mental issues, and I need an easy number." So they waived the fee for her. I love this story. Because it's something I would totally do too. Just make up some bullshit to save $10. Sure, okay. Yeah. So Kevin, I don't remember what the story I wrote, but I just remember writing from that male perspective, and I was calling myself Kevin at the time, and I remember I was dressing very, very butch, but that wasn't anything new for me. I've done that before, and I was just in a very, very dark place. And I did have the awareness at the center that I was taking the classes at, that the other people were feeling put off by me because I was going through something so weird that I was like sucking up all the energy in the room. And it was disruptive to the other participants. I get that because I witnessed other people do that too. It's a thing people do when they're a little lost and confused. It happens. And I just remember there was this one woman that came in with her mother, and they were trying to get through to me in some way because they realized I was being selfish, and they really wanted to communicate that to me in a sense. They tried. I tried to hear them. And so what I did is I knew I needed more counseling because I knew I was in a dark place. And so I didn't want to tax the people of that center to do counseling there. I thought maybe I should take my crazy, weird energy somewhere else and get some more help for myself. So I went to a transgender counseling center because I really did want to get some counseling because I was really messed up. And they asked me, "Do you want to transition?" I'm like, no. That's not what this is about. I got some things I gotta unpack here, and I feel super safe with you because I'm kind of a weirdo and I'm freaking people out right now. So let me unpack this. Let me attempt to unpack this. And yeah, that was a crazy time. I felt so lost back then, and I mean, there's so much of my life I felt in this kind of wanting to be in a fantasy world of, if just I had money, if I won the lottery, this is how I'd spend the money and it would fix all my problems. No, There is no cure-all fix. That's what I don't. What's disturbing me about what I've seen recently in the transgender movement about. Um, there's something really that's troubling me there. That we gotta accept everybody as they are. Um, no, no. I think some people are getting confused. I think no, no. Self acceptance. That's the most important thing. Yeah, everybody wants to belong to a club or a group because if you feel like you get this external validation, you feel accepted and loved. That's great. Yes, we all want that. But it really must, the acceptance must really start with yourself. Really, really start with yourself. I'm, yeah, I don't consider myself transgender. I went through a really dark time in my life where I was being super weird. And I acknowledge that I totally acknowledge the reality of what really happened. I mean, I guess I would label myself when it comes to gender, label myself as more androgynous because I like who doesn't want both worlds. I mean, but I don't deny I'm a woman. No. And I don't want to put down or hurt or like diminish a transgendered person's experience because there's so many, and I don't know which one necessarily is going to be having a happy life with those kind of choices and major changes. I mean, I don't really care what you do, but I know to be happy you got to really explore who you are. And it disturbs me to see so many young people getting on this bandwagon of transgender, thinking, oh, I finally found acceptance. I finally found my people. There's more. There's more.